Why can I never do this on the first take anymore? I've fallen off. But you know what hasn't fallen off? Because I'm not like a typical Chainsaw Man fan. And like drop it and like glaze solo leveling or something. I don't know. But like Fakesaw Man's back, right? Like we've got some bridge chapters in between, but it's all good in the head. We're we're all ready to see Fujimoto cook. I don't know why I said that. Weird, and I'm clapping, and I don't even know if this is how you're supposed to do it. But welcome to meme review, I guess. I don't know. But thanks to a fucking stoplight or a red light or whatever the hell you want to call it, Denji switches up and goes from, oh no, innocent civilians to, you fucker, how dare you kiss your dad on the mouth? No, but like, he goes off, goes on a little slash, a little bite, a little sensual cutting, and then Yoru is still trying to cope with her realization that she'll just never get the Denji spinal cord that she absolutely adores and wants, right? But aside from the wah, I guess Falling Devil is also being a wah little bitch, you know, like just like fall off a bridge or something or drop your head down, okay? I'm so over you. You might have been hot before, but you're so yesterday's news, okay? But the big topic of conversation is just Fire Devil. And some people have come up with some theories as to what's going on, right? Especially with the conversation that they have at the end. So, first off, is this related to Agni? Agni is one of the lead main characters of Fire Punch. I'm not going to go too far into it, but you can read between the lines of it just being called Fire Punch and now knowing that a main character is named Agni and we're talking about it while the fire down. Okay, I've completely spoiled the whole manga. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go read it. I should read it. I've only read like 2 volumes. And it was pretty interesting. Just don't do what Egan Media did and decide you want to read it on stream. Right? I know what you did. We all know what you did. You get so far and you go, I don't think I want to be like saying this word out loud or this sentence. But anyway, I think it's more of like a homage or like a reference sort of thing. Things have sort of also just aligned very well because I think Fire Devil as a concept in general is, so the four horsemen, right? There are the four horsemen. They're supposed to be like natural, like what, primal fears. That's it. But I think fire is pretty close to that, if not one itself, but just not part of the Four Horsemen. So that's how they could probably be related, and at least in terms of strength and power and stuff like that. But I also like to think that Fire Devil has also made their way here just through gaslighting somehow, or some sort of there's gotta be some sort of tie with it. And it'd be kind of nice because societally, because we have adopted this term, gaslighting, there might be a deeper meaning to it that for a word that we just kind of throw around whenever someone's typically being quite toxic or like manipulative sort of thing. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it's a thing in Japan. Maybe there's some kanji in it like that I don't understand. Or I was gonna say Kitagawa. I'm pretty sure that's Marian's last name. Anyway, the second thing that we should be looking into, the second thing that came to mind was whether or not there was a connection to potentially his dad. Now, Egan reminded me that his dad was white-haired and we only saw a bit of him at the very beginning. So this theory kind of falls on its head a little bit quickly, but the comment on being a familiar face is interesting because, or like, do like, do you remember the person that you've like killed, just killed? Does it fade over time? That whole concept, and whether or not now he's like, does he remember like Makima at all or anything of that sort? And we might see some. Did he technically? Hmm. I'm caught in thought in itself. Like, has he already quite like demonstrated like, yeah, I could definitely remember the people that I've just killed. Like, what do you mean by that? Um, we'll see if it's like no, it's slowly fading away the more he tries to remember that sort of thing. But yeah, it reminds me of an important part about Chainsaw Man, about how he uh, words that his soul, like, not soul purpose, but he has that special power of removing not just the fear, but potentially the whole thing in itself of like a certain like devil flavor, right? Death itself. We would completely remove death from society if he was able to have his way with Death Devil, for instance. I don't think that's necessarily a good ending, nor I think is the way that Denji should be going. I think in like a weird way, you almost kind of have to live with the fact that the Death Devil will sort of be eternal and not properly kill it off, which means killing it, but not doing the whole attempted Makima thing of ridding them from like existence sort of thing. I guess, yeah, right? Like, because that's what Aging Devil is trying to do, where they're trying to essentially, with these sacrifices of several orphan children, um, make the fear of aging and aging itself kablamo. I feel like they're very similar in a way. Are they? Are they? Am I just going insane? Feel free to correct me in the comments. Feel free to redirect me in the comments. It's been it's been a long journey. I can't say I always enjoy going back and like reading things over and over just for like a specific detail. Feel free to help me out here, right? But it's interesting. We're reiterating. I feel like I said regurgitating, reiterating the fact that Chainsaw Man can just straight up get rid of things as a possibility to. It's also why the evil players, the evil villains in this, the devils, the glizzy gobblers, right, can really just take advantage of Chainsaw Man more so than get rid of him. And I also wonder if that that's why there's a bit of intentionality with why a lot of strong horsemen, for example, or strong devils, or the primal devils aside from Fire Devil, really, are women. That it's playing on the fact that women have prolifically exploited Denji for whatever they ultimately desire. Reze coping aside, right? But like, yeah, like like the more I think about like the bigger picture, God motherfucking damn. I know some people have started to really give up on the series. I get that when it comes to Bridge Weeks, but I think you're also being a little bit reactionary and impatient. I I wonder who it's up to. I wonder if it's Fujimoto deliberately deciding to do that and he's like laughing on his chair or something, or is it Viz going, "Hey, fuck you. Why are you writing a 40 you know, like 40-page chapter. I mean, we have this conversation every week, but, or basically every other week, right? But we'll see. We'll see. And we've got a 2-week break as well. So I'm excited. It usually means that we've got something huge on the cards. No idea about a finale. I don't even think we're anywhere near close. I mean, if we are, how? But I don't know. I have no idea. Also, shut up. I know I didn't post this on Tuesday. Do you even keep up with the channel? I literally posted one of these on a Monday.